say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No, if you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your look, and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line.
Good morning. 904 Daily Show, Roku TV, RiverBender.com. CJ Nastello here with you. It's weird, we're already almost through the week. You know, I can't believe it's Thursday. I'm kind of liking having a holiday on a Monday. We can do that every week. Hey, we got a good show. Don Mushill joins us from the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We're going to be talking a little bit more about their upcoming events here in just a couple of minutes' time. Love when Dawn joins the show, and she'll be filling us in on the latest in Troy, including First Fridays. We're going to be down there next week for Shotgun Creek, which is going to be a hell of a time, and really just that first event they had for First Fridays turned out very well. I had a great time down there, so always a great time talking with Dawn. And then at 10:10, Sydney's going to join us, fill us in on what she's been working on and her latest blog talk, and always enjoy Sydney in the studio too. Then at 10:35, more great conversations come down the pipeline with Jason Frazier and MindsEye Radio, president of MindsEye. You know, they have a really great organization, and coming down the pipeline is the BeepBall World Series. Now, this year's tournament takes place across two Illinois locations, one in Caseyville and the other in Edwardsville. The Gateway Archers as the host team. They'll also highlight the need for volunteers and how we can get involved in this really great organization. All that comes down the pipeline in the next 2 hours, but in the meantime, here's what you need to know. We'll take you right to Alton first. John T. Anthony, 41 years of age, of Alton, has been charged with aggravated battery, failure to report annually as a violent offender against youth, and a second domestic battery offense following an incident on the 27th of April. Here's what we know. Anthony allegedly struck a family member in a public setting at a Quick Stop parking lot. He also faces outstanding warrants related to previous charges of aggravated domestic battery, unlawful restraint, and unlawful possession of weapons by a felon. Authorities do note his history of violent offenses against family members and failure to appear in court. He remains in custody pending further legal proceedings. All charges against him are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. My apologies on that typo. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources is currently monitoring a black bear sighting in southwestern Illinois. It was first reported just a few days ago on the 26th of May in St. Clair County. It was confirmed the following day. The bear has been spotted multiple times in the same vicinity, causing damage to private property such as beehives, but not interacted directly with humans. While this is rare, black bear sightings in Illinois do occur occasionally during these summer months. We remember a few years ago with the Godfrey bear that folks were seeing and often are claiming to see, and often from bears dispersing from Missouri and Wisconsin. IDNR urges residents to avoid feeding or approaching these bears, secure your food and garbage, and remove your bird feeders to prevent attracting them. Now, bears, of course, are wild animals and have to be treated as caution. Residents can report these sightings online, or they can contact the IDNR officials directly for assistance if there is a bear persistent in the area. In Alton, Lieutenant Dustin Christner has officially been appointed as the Deputy Chief of Alton Police. During the Alton City Council meeting, Chief Jarrett Ford praised Christner for his honesty, loyalty, dedication, and strong character, calling him a trusted friend and a man of honor and faith. Christner's badge was pinned on by his wife, and applause from attendees, including fellow officers who gathered to show their support and unity. Recently, Christner was recognized for initiating a first responder Bible study and for his leadership in departmental wellness programs. The full City Council meeting is available online at RiverBender.com /video. Jerseyville has decided to keep its 1% sales tax on groceries as the state's grocery tax is set to expire in 2026. This is something Dalton Brown's been covering. Since 1990, 100% of the state's grocery tax revenue has gone directly to local municipalities, but with the upcoming expiration, Jerseyville faced that significant revenue loss. Sales tax accounted for nearly 60% of the city's intergovernmental revenues in 2024, totaling over $3.5 million. The city council approved the ordinance early to begin collecting the tax starting January 1 of next year, 2026. Shoppers won't see a price increase, but grocery costs may stay slightly higher than in neighboring areas without that tax. Other Riverbend communities like Edwardsville and Wood River are also adopting similar measures to offset that lost revenue. Riley Nelson delivered a masterful pitching performance on Tuesday, striking out 15 and retiring 19 in a row to propel the Edwardsville Tigers to an 8-1 win over Alton in the IHSA Class 4A regional semifinals. Despite giving up an early run, Nelson settled in quickly, supported by timely hitting that produced 5 runs in the first inning. Edwardsville coach Katie Happ praised the team's resilience and focus, emphasizing the importance of enjoying the competitive process. The Tigers now prepare to face O'Fallon on Friday, aiming to advance further in that state run. We'll keep you covered every step of the way at RiverBender.com/sports. Finally in the news today, the Alton Community Unit School District Number 11 Board of Education unanimously approved the creation of a community engagement coalition to involve 20 to 25 community members in providing feedback on student performance, safety, and the school's climate. Superintendent Elaine Kane emphasized the district's readiness to include broader community input following initial strategic planning with staff, students, and the board. The coalition's facilitating team, composed of parents, alumni, business owners, and residents, will meet regularly from June 2025 to June 2026 to gather and relay community perspectives. Board President Christina Millett highlighted the importance of diverse viewpoints to align district goals with community interest, encouraging ongoing public participation in that process. And at 9:10, that's what's happening this 9 o'clock hour. Let's take a look at weather. A little rainy today, 64 degrees in downtown Alton, feels like 67 out there. Look at humidity, 90%. Hey, today mostly cloudy and cool. There will be a brief shower or two this morning, followed by periods of rain this afternoon. Tonight, just clouds breaking for a pretty clear evening. Right now, for air quality, it's 59, which is moderate. Grass levels are moderate as well. Mold is low. Ragweed's moderate, and tree levels are low. So you need to take a Claritin, go ahead and do it. But I'm feeling pretty good today. Just tired. Hey, temperatures reached 67 degrees today, dropped down to 55 overnight, but get ready for some warmth over the next 4 days. Here's what it looks like. On Friday, partly sunny skies, a high of 80 degrees, a low of 58. And then on Saturday, partly sunny skies, a high of 82, a low of 55 degrees. On the first day of June, that's Sunday, a high of 83, a low of 59 degrees. And then on Monday, we can see temperatures topping out around 90 degrees, sunny skies, and a low of 62 as we start out our work week next week. That's a look at the next 5. Here's what's happening now in downtown Alton. 64 degrees. It feels like 67 for time and temperature throughout the day. Call for time and temp at 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. You can also just download the RiverBender.com app. Really just a nice update to it, a nice refresh, and you'll never miss out on all the weather alerts that are most important to you. Before we take a quick break, we are going to be talking to Dawn, but, really excited for all the great stuff coming down the pipeline at the amphitheater. We just spoke with Dan Herkert yesterday. We broke the news that Puddle of Mud will be coming into the Alton Amphitheater on August the 2nd, but really, like Dan was mentioning during the interview, there's just so much fun and entertainment lined up on the riverfront all summer long, just like the Attila Fest. This is going to be a really great night, and I know that you guys are seeing more and more of it on RiverBender.com, and really excited to be a part of the journey with them. The first ever Attila Fest is going to be on July the 26th. The fun starts at 2 p.m. It runs until 10 with music from the Dirty Mugs, which is just killer. If you haven't seen the Dirty Mugs yet, that's worth the price of admission itself. Borderline Marquise Knox is going to be there too, followed by the NGK band. Big Boogie and Boozy Badass will be there too. That's going to be really cool, and just so many people talking about it. It's getting so much attention, and really just one that you're going to want to be a part of on Saturday, July the 26th, starting at 2 p.m. You can find out more information by going to the official Eventbrite page. You can find that out by clicking on one of the advertisements you see on RiverBender.com, or just go go to the Facebook event listing, which is right there just by putting it into your search bar. It's right there at the Alton Riverfront Amphitheater. We'll see you there on Saturday, July the 26th, 2 to 10 p.m. Attila Summerfest, the first ever, and I'm telling you what, you do not want to miss it. It's going to be a fun night right there. Summer fun right here on the Alton Riverfront. For more information, get tickets at Eventbrite, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. Why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, chat it up for a few. You know, hang out with Dawn. Have some fun on Thursday. I keep forgetting it's Thursday. That's so wild to me.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Cardin Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Cardin Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
What I'm going through, I just can't smile without you.
To be fair, we were going to come back from break on time. I just could not find the song.
I found it.
Dawn, I cannot smile without you.
How awesome.
How is life in Troy?
You know, I'm a little nervous because today I got here and guess who I saw upstairs?
Oh, is the boss
the
up here?
boss, and he's listening. So sometimes he doesn't listen, I don't think, and guess what? Today's listening. So we got to be on
Now
our
I
game.
can't complain about my job anymore.
I know, but next time we come up, we won't let him know I'm here.
You know,
but,
I could do what Stern used to do and bring the boss into the studio.
Yeah,
that'd
we'd love
be fun.
to see
Well,
him.
weren't you supposed?
Yes.
You guys are taking over one day.
Yeah, we're going to take over one day. Yeah, it's gonna that'll be a mess.
So what I think's really cool is I was just on your Facebook page, just kind of, stalking you a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
you got to, and it was great to see really just how all summer you guys have had, are going to have just a ton of fun, whether or not it's in Troy or Maryville or Marine, St. Jacob. And it's really great to see all the communities coming together and just putting out the best for their residents and the region.
Absolutely. We have 4 big events next week in 5 days. Yeah, did I take a deep breath
pressure,
there?
No pressure. You got this.
Got to have it. We have our monthly luncheon on Tuesday at the outlet at Edison's from 11:30 to 1. That's open to everybody to come. But Tuesday night we have a resource event from 5 to 7 at the Tri-Township Park in Troy, and that's exit 17 off of 55.
That's a real easy drive.
Or exit 18, either one. Yeah. And you just come in. It's all free, family friendly, and guess what? We have Bluey. Now, I just learned Bluey is a girl. Did you know Bluey's a girl?
I did not, actually.
Okay,
That's the
I didn't
first
either.
thing. Hey,
So
we're learning together
I got to
here.
learn together. So Bluey will be there 6 to 7. We have free hot dogs. If you have a link card, you're more than welcome because all of your produce is free. So you can come and get our produce. But anyone else who wants produce, we're going to have Koenig's there, Koenig's Market. We've got... apparently glitter tattoos are quite popular. So we have that, and we have a caricaturist. Have you ever had a caricaturist done?
I'm really, I can't do that because I'm so self-conscious about
Really?
myself. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well,
You know what's funny? I host a talk show and I can't,
on a podcast,
I feel like I'm
video.
Carson. I go home and I just kind of like sit there, but no, I just kind of get nervous
Really?
because what if the guy's an ass, that's drawing you, you know what I'm saying? And then
we
you
got
feel
Jim
really,
Heil, and
he's
gonna
good.
Be there for your event on
Oh,
the
that's
6th.
true.
So I might have him come over and do yours.
No, that would be fun on the air.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Like he
Might have
makes
to have
you
a
look
drink
amazing.
before that one though, just in case.
It's okay. We
Just to
have-
break the nerves.
You're going to be right next to the margarita thing. So
John,
that'll be
we're in
good.
trouble. This is
Yeah.
going to be an interesting show. No, that would be fun. See, I
Yeah.
like the character, but at Six Flags, I always wanted to do it, but then it was always so hot, and then you'd sit
Yeah.
there, and they have that little mist
It's like
hit you in the mouth.
$100.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
put that little mist in the fan, and it's fun
Oh,
for
that's
about
right.
10 seconds, and then it's like, now I need a towel.
Now you need to tell. But guess how much it is to get a caricaturist at either the 3rd or the June 6th event? Guess how much?
Just knowing you, probably close to $0.
Free.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a sponsor. We have sponsors for everything.
That's really cool.
We
Who's
have a
sponsoring?
bathroom sponsor.
You got to have those,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Who's sponsoring the caricatures?
That would be...
Did I say that right?
Caricaturist. I had to type it and think it, and I will have that answered in a minute because I got to pull out my brain. But we have a caricaturist. We have a bounce house. So for 2 hours, bring your kids free. Again, exit 17 or 18 off 55. Then our next event will be June 6th. That's a big one.
This is going to be
It's a
fun.
big one.
Well, I was at the first Friday, and it was really nice. And just hearing from just the sights and sounds of the crowd, and just hearing people talk, they really enjoyed it too. And
Yes.
and Senator did a great job, and it was just a really nice night.
Yes. But we have more vendors, more food trucks, plus, of course, downtown Timeout and Troy VFW have food as well. We have some downtown participating business, and we have Shotgun Creek.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
They're a great band. I mean, they're
They
playing
are.
everywhere too.
Yeah, they have a stage. We had to get a stage for them. We're like, you can't put them on the concrete. Come on, these guys, you got to lift them up. So Jeremy and all of the guys, Sean McSparron is the drummer. Do you know this? This is a trivia for you. Sean McSparron installed my drums at my house a few years ago.
Really?
He's that good of a drummer, but a really good guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Well, and I just think these first Fridays are a great way to, bring the community together and showcase really just the growth that Troy's had too. It's really cool.
Yeah, we have lots of new. It's beautiful downtown. You saw it at the 40th anniversary and all the new stuff. And our thanks to the city of Troy who's funding this. So we're just sort of the put her together people. City of Troy's funding it. But food trucks. When you take a look at our website or if you go to the Facebook page, my favorite, not gonna lie, is the Spud people. When you can take a potato and do that to it, and then we have, I think it's called Tito's, and it's like a carnival food. We have barbecue, we have tacos,
And margaritas.
Margaritas.
You got to make sure I don't get to them first, though.
Yeah, I think they are next to your booth. Now that I say that, we're in big trouble.
Oh man, I'm gonna have fun. But what I think is so cool though is you're right, and just seeing the different vendors, and also knowing that there's something for everybody.
Yes,
and the music that you pick too. It's not all the same genre, all summer. It's there's different genres for folks to like, and it's all for families to enjoy too.
Yeah. Mike Sondrager was very good.
He was.
We have Lanny and Julie, and then we have the Dubai, which is in August. And so people can visit our website, TroyMaryvilleCoc.com, for more information. Our Facebook, we keep pretty rocking.
Yeah.
We had our intern start. Intern started Tuesday and then 2 more.
Are they
on
ready? Do they buckle in?
It's day 3. If they come back today, we've been rocking them, but both are social media interns.
Oh, cool.
57,000. I don't know what the word is since May 1st.
Oh, wow.
Interactions on our Facebook page.
Well, that's really good. And what I think is really great, too, is, it's such a helpful thing for the members of the chamber because, everyone's working hard and we're all doing our thing on our own social medias. But to know that you have your own cheerleader and advocate and somebody that's, also promoting you, too, is a really big thing. And it's a good thing.
400 members. 400.
That's wild to me. Every time you say that, I'm like, that number doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, 48% of our members are in the 4 communities. 52% like you guys are outside those communities. And people say, why would people want to join your chamber? Well, don't you want to promote yourself everywhere?
Right.
So come join us.
We don't want any Troy in this business. Like, why would you? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly.
Well, and if you're just tuning in, we were just starting the conversation off. Don's in the studio this morning. Tuesday, June the 3rd, 5 to 7 p.m. is the first event we're talking about. Is the Community Resource and Outreach Market, the summer kickoff. Tri-Township Park, Pavilion 1, bringing together all the community with free fun, food, and it's a family event. Bluey's going to be there, which we found out is a girl.
A girl?
Well, you know what's funny? My dog Nico forever loved Bluey.
Really?
Oh, I guess I don't know what it was, the colors or something. Oh man, to this day and he loves watching The Sopranos. He gets really into that. Now the news show for him is the morning show.
Really?
Yeah, very interesting.
That's so cool, though.
I don't know.
Keeps him entertained.
I think he's got some problems.
If he starts watching ID, though,
Yeah.
you better kind of keep those knives hidden. You never know,
I make him watch the Sarah McLachlan commercials.
This could be
That's what I do, Oh, man. Hey, but at this, what type of games are going to be there?
Just like kid games, like they'll have, I know somebody's having crafts and just some stuff for kids to do. We're also right by this brand new great playground. We have a petting zoo there. Do you know the Troy Township Park?
I learned this.
Remember?
This was really exciting. I did not know that, and I still haven't gone. I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I might have to go on Friday.
You could go any day you want, but the Tuesday night we're gonna walk
Tuesday,
over
too.
Across the bridge. It gets right across the bridge, and the animals are beautiful. The park does a fantastic job with the park and the animals.
Well, and when I was there, I didn't, notice the petting zoo, but it was a beautiful park and really well maintained.
Very well maintained.
I think it's really cool too that this is getting put on to really have this. So you can go out there, get some good food, and really I love the match on this. So this, if you're just tuning in, the fresh food market with the link match. So if you spend $25 and
if you use your link card for $25, you get another $25.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And what type of produce and selection is going to be there?
Everything. Koenig's Market has everything you can imagine. They're bringing it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
And then we're also talking about the fact that yours truly, that's me, will be over in Troy
on the 6th
of June.
Yes.
And this is first Friday.
5:30 to 7:30 live remote.
It's going to be fun. And first Friday is what, 5 to 8?
5 to 8.
Oh, man. I almost botched it. I was kind of getting nervous. See what happens. You just got to be confident and roll with it.
3 hours of Shotgun Creek. It doesn't get better than that.
No, and what I think's really cool too is just all the effort that it takes to really put this stuff on, because I mean, especially when you have 400 chamber members on top of it to manage and still doing the work of a chamber of commerce on top of collaborating with communities and putting on these events and also organizing a calendar for everybody too, because that's not easy.
You saw our calendar last time.
That's a monster.
Crazy. We have 52 events between today and the end of the year.
That's
52.
wild. Well, and it's, what I think's really great too is you put it out. It's so far ahead of time, and there's always gonna be things that get added, but that's why God created Facebook. As far as I'm concerned,
Facebook scheduling God created too, because we can schedule out for 2 months.
Oh man, you ain't a kidding.
I love that.
Well, and what I think's great though is it's always a great thing to put on the fridge and go, hey, that would be something great to take the kids to, and you can always kind of put a check mark by it, and it's just great for events like this, and especially though the first Fridays to have the businesses open and really being able to showcase who they are.
Red Door Cottage is one of our businesses downtown.
That's such a cool spot.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, I had him on for the 40th show.
Yes,
yeah,
Doug,
he was great.
He had over 100 people walk through his business the first Friday.
No kidding.
So I'm sure there'll be more this time. We have one more event to talk about. The next day, of all things, because we have to book these things a year in advance, the e-cycle shredding day.
So that's interesting one to talk about. And so what can you bring to the e-cycle?
You can bring, first of all, let's start with shredding. Unlimited, bring it. People have brought an entire van full. Now, we might have you do some and step aside and do some more because we don't want everybody to have to wait that long.
Right.
Shredding, that's shredding.
Oh, wait, make sure your tax returns are after 7 years.
After 7 years.
Just in case.
Yes,
I mean, unless you really
years.
don't want people to know and ask some questions. But
if you have current ones, we'll be like, oh, no, we won't question. We actually don't touch the shredding. So we have volunteers to help with the e-cycling, but the shredding companies, and they do it right there.
Oh, wow.
They shred right there. So let's talk e-cycling.
Yeah.
Anything with a cord, no charge except TVs and monitors.
Okay.
Anything with a cord. Anything.
So no TVs though.
Yeah, TVs. There's a charge, slight charge.
Okay, gotcha.
Bring your vacuum. Bring your microwave. Bring your cell phone. Bring your keyboard. We don't care. Everything with it. We also will be collecting old prescriptions. So you know how you accumulate those and don't finish them, or grandma dies and you got them. Bring them. We'll take them. Wow. We take them to the Troy Police Department and they do what they do with it. Then we're collecting old hearing aids and old eyeglasses. Now, we've moved our location. Why? Because Dawn almost got hit on 162.
Oh, wow.
Now, for some, that might not be sad. But for me, I was a little scared that day. Just people trying to get where they want to go without paying attention. I will just say that.
Yeah.
And that happened actually 2 falls ago. And so we had to make a decision. Now we're at Triad High School, the biggest parking lot in the world. So we have organized it. Plus our office is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a 704 US Highway 40. And that is where it will be. Very organized. We've done this, I believe, since 2008. We've done this. But we've outgrown the church. Thank you, Troy Methodist Church, for all the years. But when people are stuck out on 162,
it's just not convenient.
And they have baseball tournaments and church stuff. So we moved out there. Thank you to Kelly from Triad High School for helping us with that. But come see us. Here's what I will recommend. It's between 9 and noon on June 7th. Do not come at 9.
Oh, is it one of those where there's going to be a line?
Come like 10:30.
Oh, gotcha.
Not that you're going to wait a long time, but why?
Yeah, exactly.
Go to
Why
McDonald's,
do it to yourself?
go to a chamber member and have some breakfast.
Yeah.
But then come out about 10:30 and bring all your stuff. And we have a line designated. We have volunteers help you out. We have people in these orange vests, and I'll be out there with my flag. And
got your St. Louis Lambert going on.
I got it. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. Exit to the left. Yes. For much. So we'll be out there, and we'd love to see everybody. It's open to everyone. You don't have to live in Troy. We don't look at your ID. We don't care where you come from. Bring it all.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick around.
Yeah.
So I got to take a quick break. But before I do, I normally do a live read, but so there was a Diet Dr. Pepper in this fridge, and I thought, thirsty. What a kick in the friggin' gut, I mean, like, I'm sitting here drinking this damn thing, Dawn, and it's like, it's hard to get excited, I mean, it really, I'm just looking at it. It makes me sad looking at it.
It's better fountain though from McDonald's.
It is. It totally is. Being in the can is totally
it's a disappointment.
Like, I'm a big Dr. Pepper person, but a Diet Dr. Pepper just ain't going to do it for little old CJ today.
No. I'm not sharing my Diet Coke, CJ. So
no, Diet Coke's different. Now I can rock a Diet Coke for days.
Yeah, but not mine. No. I'm just saying, I'm not sharing. There are certain things I'll share with you. That is not one of them.
That's very fair. Back in a bit.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Carden Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You know, why not change it up? And just because I didn't realize that we were coming back from break. You know, I do get paid to do this job.
Saying we could be the music between it.
We could. Actually, we're going to take another break. No. Welcome back to Our Daily Show. Dawn's back in the studio as we're talking about just some of the events coming down the pipeline for the Troy Chamber. The first is going to be on Tuesday, June the 3rd, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Tri-Township Park, Pavilion number 1 to be exact, giving you the exact coordinates. And really going to be just a really great resource fair. And fill us in on this again, Dawn.
Well, we have a bounce house, we have a caricaturist, we have Bluey, and Bluey's only from 6 to 7, I want to add. We have hot dogs, we have 500 hot dogs.
So we got some people to get there.
We got some people to get there. We've got chips and, just some other snacks, glitter tattoos, fun games for the kids. And really, most importantly, what it's really for is to provide resources for parents over the summer for their kids, what they might need. We also have a chamber booth. So if you get through all the resources and you go, I really wish so-and-so were here, or I really need some help with this, we have someone who's going to follow up for you and get that information to you.
That's really good. And I think especially as the summer starts too, because once the summer gets going and you're working and all that, and you got daycare and everything going on, it's hard to kind of stop and take a breath to get that information. So to have it ahead of time is really cool.
Yeah.
And now the outreach market portion of this too, fill us in on this, because it's a traditional, would it be like a traditional farmers market type of setup?
Yes. We're blessed because Ann Matthews, who runs the Maryville Farmers Market, reached out to her people for both events.
Oh, wow.
And so we have vendors for our events and food trucks for our events on the 6th. But for the 3rd, we have Koenig's Farm and out of Edwardsville. And they're at the corner of 159 and 143.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep, I know what you're talking
Great
about.
market. And they're just going to load up their truck and bring all their produce.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
And if you spend with your link and you utilize your link, or they have a link match, you spend 25 in link, you get 25 in free produce too.
Yes.
Wow. That's really cool. And the petting zoo, now where's Bluey from? Is it We Like to Party Bluey?
I don't know where Bluey's from.
Because there's a business that she is just right. Bluey is booked up all the time.
I would assume that probably is, but I wasn't in charge of Bluey because I didn't know who Bluey was. So I was like, look, I'm out of the Bluey world, so I will take care of PR marketing.
Came out of the Bluey.
And you just bring Bluey. Yeah. I had to find a picture on the internet. I didn't know who the dude was, or a girl. Because a girl was, yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Hey, also First Fridays in downtown Troy. The next one's going to be, the first Friday of June.
Yes.
Hence the name.
And you know why there's not one in July?
4th of July.
Because we have the biggest fireworks ever at the Tri-Township Park. It will draw 10,000 people. You will leave going, ooh, that was the best one ever.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow, I didn't know they had that big of a spiel down there.
It's huge. Yes. And if you call the chamber office, I can tell you where you need to park. Because there are certain places you can park to see them and you don't have to deal with the traffic.
See, that's the other thing. I think a lot of it, because you have your certain generational spots. And it's like, is it worth fighting the traffic and we know where they are, so just call us. Dawn's got all the answers.
Yeah. We have all the answers. We got an email. I always joke we get all these emails of crazy things. We had an email this week. Do you know what they wanted us to find them? A donkey. For Vacation Bible School. And now this is the funny part. I'm like, okay, so we never say no. We never say we don't.
Wait, hold on.
Vacation Bible School.
Okay.
Wanted
a donkey.
Wanted a donkey.
A live donkey.
A live donkey. So I said, we never say no. So we put our heads together. But I happened to send 2 of my board members this information to say, look, you always say, do you really get crazy questions? I sent it. And do you know one of the board members knew how to get a donkey?
Really?
So we got him a donkey.
Do they to keep it?
No, for Vacation Bible School.
Oh, just for a few days?
Just for I just get the answers. I don't know really why, but I knew who it was for. But yeah, we can answer any questions. So we never say no. So
I mean, yeah.
Just send us whatever. Just call us if you need something.
You know, that happens here.
Yeah.
Someone,
I bet.
Actually, not even. I was in my office. And I'm just sitting there and the phone's ringing and I pick it up and I'm thinking, here I am ready to save, conquer Riverbenders, sales and all that. And this lady goes, she goes, yeah, can you transfer me to the transportation department? And I didn't know we had one, so I was starting to ask some questions, and she was telling me the name of this bus company that I guess we were. I guess we were also the dispatcher too. And
nice. Well,
so I was able to just Google MCT, and I figured it out for her. But it's things like that all the time, where it's just the most random thoughts.
That's why we're there, and what we say, we're happy they chose us. I don't know that you're saying that because it was for something else, but have them call the chamber.
Yeah, I'm going to
667 Troy, whatever you need. Yeah.
There you go. 5 to 8 p.m. on June the 6th, Shotgun Creek. They're playing everywhere. They've been really just rocking. They
were Bobby's on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, they were
Bobby's. I mean, every weekend they're just because I help out with and manage the community calendar for Riverbender, and man, it's like I feel
they're
like
that good though.
They are. But I'm telling you, it's like every time I feel like I should just have a saved file of the Shotgun Creek logo.
They would like that.
Just because I've had to use it so many times. And also, First Fridays run until September the 5th, and August 1st is going to be Laney and Julie, and then September the 5th. Okay, how do I pronounce this one?
Let me see.
The Dude
Dubai.
The
Dude Abides.
Oh, Dude Abides.
And
okay.
One of the gentlemen in there is the dueling piano guy.
Oh, see, yeah, he's really good.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, he's wonderful.
I always get jealous though when people are that good.
Yeah,
because
they can just play anything. Yeah.
It's like I had a little Fisher Price guitar and that was about it.
Yeah. We went to Cajun Ragin. It was been a while, a long time ago, and they had the two. And I paid $20 for a You Know Who song. Mm-hmm. The guy paid $50 for them not to play it. For real, it was a true story. I said, did that just happen? So they made $70 doing nothing. I'm like, who does that? Like, who does that?
Is there a refund?
Like, you get outbid.
Oh my God. I want to be the heckler at dueling pianos.
Goodness.
I'll pay you $50.
But I'm jealous too because I play piano, but not like that.
Yeah.
And they can just like whip out I think I'll just play this, Oh, wow. Yeah. Talent.
No. Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have that.
No. Also, Timeout, Troy VFW, Buzzed Bee, the places to be for some good
alcohol
drink options.
Or food for Timeout, and then fish fry at the Troy VFW. And they're all within a block.
Oh, it's a good walk. I mean, it really is a nice walk. And now the blue cups, are those still there?
We got new ones. So we have different ones for every event.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
that's cool.
We wanted 3 sponsors. So $500 you could be a sponsor. We wanted 3. We got 15. Said $500. So we're like, we'll never fit these on a cup because they'll be this tiny. So we're like, we'll just do 4 cups. So that's what we're doing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get the cup because you can't carry your alcohol in a glass jar or a glass bottle or a can even. So we just put them in there and you can take them home. Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, and then you have the food trucks, which are really cool. Yeah. Is it going to be similar food trucks in the last months?
Yes, but a lot more.
Oh, wow.
Because like the Spud guy ran out of potatoes. Frank's ran out of hot dogs. It was that crazy.
That's incredible.
So we said, okay, but everything, nothing
the
in a food
lines
truck.
were very long at the food trucks. You're right. Yeah.
But nothing on a food truck is sold at Timeout or the VFW. We made sure that there's a bigger,
cool.
there's barbecue, it's a bigger variety. But if people go to the website or if you go to the Facebook page, it has all of the food trucks listed now.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then you got some artisans and some vendors. And the ones in the first one were really unique.
Earth Candy was there.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact, too, that you don't have the same vendors. It's not like we're going to the same booth 15 times. I think that's fun.
Yes, we're just changing things up. And we are full, though. We've had a lot of calls, but we only have so much space, and we can only close that. We're only closing the one street because otherwise you get into IDOT or you get into other things. So we got the fire department there. And, but, there's enough space for love. Bring your lawn chairs, I would say, just because unless you want to stand around. Mm-hmm. There is a band after we're finished at Timeout called Fry Band, and they'll be there. So some after party stuff there. always excited to promote that.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and then also the e-cycling event, which is taking place on
June
the
7th.
7th. What time is that again?
9 to noon.
And that's going to be at Triad High School.
Triad High School.
Massive parking lot.
Massive parking lot, thank goodness. Thank goodness, I'm telling you. And when you come in, you just tell us what you have. Do you have shredding? Do you have everything? What do you have? And then we'll put you in that line. And really, the line, I'm so impressed by all the companies, how quick, and they do this for a living, so how quickly they can get people through.
Absolutely.
Be patient, though. Enjoy the beautiful sun. It's going to be sunny on Saturday.
It is. It's going to be a really nice. Well, and the next couple of weeks are going to be really nice.
Yeah.
And we don't have to get out the rowboat anymore.
Not yet. I hope not. Boy, that was a mess.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
Anything else before we say goodbye for now, Dawn?
Who wrote, "You deserve a break today"? I was just thinking about that.
That's true.
You deserve a break today, CJ. John, if you're still listening, CJ deserves a break today. How's that for?
I think Barry also wrote CJ needs a raise. I don't know. I remember that.
We worked on that last time and he wasn't listening. So maybe this time I'll go upstairs and he's probably going to be like, you can't come back.
I'm going to get fired because all my guests are going to go up and demand raises for me. It's so wild that we just think about all the songs and jingles that Barry Manilow wrote.
Oh, and the jingles got made I wrote this $50 a jingle.
Wow.
And most State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And do you know that the Mike Holler and State Farm about 3 weeks ago gave me a gift, and it's a thing and you touch it and it sings na 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 na. And now every time I can hear Barry, the poor interns, they have no idea what's coming, do they?
No. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. But you should do like an office style documentary with the interns.
They're so good.
That would be fun. Like you just set up, like have a little interview, like a little testimonial room or confessional room.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Well, I got one yesterday when they said we had 56,000 whatevers. And then they go, the bad news is you had 28 Instagram followers. And I'm like, oh my God.
Time to work on the Instagram.
They are. Yeah, they are for sure.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break. While I have you, you know what sounds good? Carver's Barbecue. I mean, you got Father's Day coming up. You got 4th of July and all these huge summer events. Plus, I mean, who just doesn't want good barbecue in the summer? You're going to have your family over anyway. And you know what my family started doing, Dawn? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Christmas is a war zone for about 4 to 5 hours in the house. And that's when we start cooking. It's time to get out of the way. You put the hard hat on. You kind of just duck and weave and you just leave, and then you come back and everyone's happy again. We're just all going to try to forget and move on. But you don't have to do that when Carver's caters. All that hard work's done. And Carver's is award-winning barbecue. It's done right here in the heart of Godfrey, over there at 2116 Groveland Street. And you can call them today. That's 467-9999. Like Cardinals Care. Remember when you turned to another $99.99 for? Yeah, I'm telling you. Love Mike Shannon. And you'll love Carver's Barbecue too. You walk in with $20. Don't even get food right away. Go put it in a slot machine. Win $200. Then you get your lunch paid for. You're looking good. Carver's is happy. Everybody's happy. You can find out more about their catering options at CarversBBQ.com, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Carden Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You know, just wanted to yell. Why not? What the hell? 9:50. It's a Thursday. I don't even know what I'm saying. I can't get over the fact that it's Thursday. Just kind of flew on by. Man, what a week it's been, and I hope that you guys have had a great one. I know that we have here at RiverBender.com. Is it? I feel like I'm going crazy. Is it actually Thursday? It is. Okay. I'm feeling better about myself. I actually thought I was going crazy for a couple of seconds. We got a good 10 o'clock hour for you, though. Sydney is going to join us, 1010 Blog Talk. She is going to be filling us in on her latest blog. I know that she just moved. She also was moving and going to Decatur all in the same weekend and coming back and going back to it. So my hat's off to her because I cannot multitask, chew gum and walk, let alone do that and move and go and travel. So we'll get her insights on that and how everything's going with her. Then, like I said, 10:35, going to be great to have Jason Frazier back in the or on the show for the first time. You know, Jason, you know him a little bit just from the pro wrestling days, and now with MindsEye, it's really an incredible organization. And this BeepBall World Series is going to be a really cool event, really great organization, and just looking forward to learning a little bit more about that. If you've missed any of the past conversations this week, we've had quite a few good ones. You can find those at RiverBender.com /daily show, and you never miss out. Hey, while I have you though, Community Christmas is getting here. I mean, it's coming quick. Christmas in July is going to be here before we know it. And I mean, listen, we got to sell tickets. I am wanting to win. I mean, I'm really wanting to win. I'm in it to win it, and I know that so many people are too. But you know, there's just such a big need when it comes to Community Christmas and Christmas in July. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, it's such an easy thing. I mean, it's a very simple concept to me. I don't know. Hear me out. You got to spend $10, okay? Which, you know how much I love slot machines. But $10 for a chance to win, $3,500, $1,000, Cardinals green seats, or some really great trips. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't want to spend $10 to help area children. I mean, you know, what I think so incredible is seeing the journey of Community Christmas each and every year. I mean, Sydney does a great job of covering it. And last year she was there for the shopping and the packaging and the wrapping and all the steps that go into the Community Christmas effort in December when it comes to truly getting the boots on the ground and helping those area families. And you really get to see the impact that your local efforts truly make. And that's why I love Christmas in July. That's why I love Community Christmas. That's why I love what the Freers are doing, because, you know, each and every time it stays right here in the community. You know, all these other organizations do some really great things, and that's why I think it's so great to recognize, though, when it comes to Community Christmas, that you're helping truly an area family. You're helping area children experience Christmas and have those brand new toys, have brand new clothes and book bags and cleaning supplies for the household, and all of these wonderful things that really just, you know, can help somebody when they're at their toughest point. So really, if you have a chance, send me an email, cj@riverbender.com, cj@riverbender.com. And you know, buy some raffle tickets from me, because by the way, if you want to sell raffle tickets, just stop by Freer Auto Body and pick yourself up a bundle of them, because the top raffle ticket sellers, they're winning big this year too. with some great prizes, like some great dining options. I think one of the winners can get an 8-course or an 8-person at Bella Milano in a private room, and just some really, really great stuff. I mean, you don't want to miss out on that, but you also just don't want to miss out on helping the community and really just being a part of something like this, especially during Christmas and the holiday season, and really feeling it here early as we're in the dog days of summer in a couple of weeks for Christmas in July. Get your raffle tickets for me, though, because I want to win. CJ@RiverBender.com. That's CJ@RiverBender.com, and I'll thank you right now in advance, because we're going to help area families in need. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll chat for a few, and we'll have some more fun on this Thursday morning. You stay there. I'll stay here. It's our daily show on Roku TV.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Psycho killer, escape, better run away.
Boy, my boy, 9:57, welcome back. We're going to do top of the hour news a little bit early. Sydney Sinks joins us at 10:10. Here's what you need to know now. We'll take you right to Alton first. John T. Anthony, 41 years of age, of Alton, has been charged with aggravated battery, failure to report annually as a violent offender against youth, and a second domestic battery offense following an incident that took place on the 27th of April. Here's what we know on this. Anthony allegedly struck a family member in public at a Quick Stop parking lot. He also faces outstanding warrants related to previous charges of aggravated domestic battery, unlawful restraint, and unlawful possession of weapons by a felon. Authorities note his history of violent offenses against family members and failure to appear in court. He remains in custody, pending further legal proceedings, and we'll keep you updated if more details on that case do emerge. Lieutenant Dustin Christner has officially been appointed as the Deputy Chief of Police for the City of Alton. During the recent City Council meeting, Chief Jarrett Ford praised Christner for his honesty, his loyalty, dedication, and strong character, calling him a trusted friend and a man of honor and faith. Christner's badge pinned on by his wife and applause from attendees, including fellow officers who gathered to show their support and their unity. Recently, Christner was recognized for initiating a first responder Bible study and for his leadership in departmental wellness programs. The full City Council meeting and that appointment is available on RiverBender.com/video. Also in the news today, Jerseyville has decided to keep its 1% sales tax on groceries as the state sales tax is set to expire. Since 1990, 100% of the state's grocery tax revenue has gone directly to local municipalities, but with the upcoming expiration, Jerseyville faces a significant revenue loss. Sales tax accounted for nearly 60% of the city's intergovernmental revenues in 2024. Totaling over $3.5 million. The City Council also approved the ordinance early to begin collecting the tax starting on January 1 of next year. Other Riverbend communities like Edwardsville and Wood River are also adopting similar measures to offset lost revenue. We've been following that for you on RiverBender.com. Dalton Brown has a series of stories. Also in the news today, Trinity Walterman, a 16-year-old from Granite City, is currently fighting an aggressive cancer, a rare and aggressive cancer that has spread extensively throughout her body. Her treatment involves a demanding 46-week chemotherapy regimen aimed at combating the disease, which carries a survival rate of just 7%. Trinity's single father, Terry, and her Aunt Becky are managing her care while facing significant emotional and financial challenges. The family is seeking public support to cover out-of-pocket medical expenses, the travel for these treatments, housing stability, and transportation. Donations and sharing Trinity's story are encouraged to aid the family during this difficult time. Also in the news today, the Alton Community Unit School District Number 11 Board of Education has unanimously approved the creation of a community engagement coalition to involve 20 to 25 community members in providing feedback on student performance, safety, and the school's climate. Elaine Kane, the superintendent of the district, emphasized the need and the readiness to include a broader community input following initial strategic planning with staff, students, and the board. The coalition's facilitating team, composed of parents, alumni, business owners, and residents, will meet regularly from June 2025 until June 2026, a full year, to gather and relay community perspectives. Board President Christina Millen highlighted the importance of diverse viewpoints to align district goals with community interest, encouraging ongoing public participation in this process. Finally, in the news today, Illinois families are confronting significant electricity bill increases starting on June 1st, driven by a dramatic rise in capacity auction prices from $30 to $660 per megawatt. This surge is linked to flawed energy policies, including the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, with accelerated coal and gas plant shutdowns without establishing adequate backup energy sources. Lawmakers are proposing a legislative package featuring Senate Bills 1234, 1235, 1236 to address reliability, roll back certain shutdown mandates, and streamline permitting processes. The goal is to balance clean energy goals with grid stability and ensure affordable, dependable power for Illinois residents and businesses. And we'll keep you updated as we cover this significant rise in electric rates and energy bills as the summer progresses. At 10:02, that's what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. Let's take a look at weather. It's 67 degrees out there. I'm losing my voice. That ain't good. Feels like 69 today, mostly cloudy and cooler. There will be a shower in spots, potentially the rest of this morning. However, there will be a period of rain this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a shower in spots later on this evening, followed by rain and a little bit of drizzle as we head into Friday morning. Air quality today is at 67, which is moderate. That's why I'm losing my voice. Grass levels are moderate. Mold is low. Ragweed's moderate, and tree levels are low too. It might be time for a Claritin. Today, temperatures reach 67 degrees and drop down to 55 overnight. Rain predicted on Friday, the Second to last day of May. Sorry, I remember the old song. Temperatures reach 80 degrees as we wrap up our week. They drop down to 57 degrees as we head into Saturday. No rain on Friday. On Saturday, a high of 82, a low of 55 degrees. Partly sunny skies on Saturday. And then on the first day of June, which is Sunday, sunny skies, a high of 85, a low of 60. And on Monday, the second day of June, we start our work week off with temperatures topping out around 90 and dropping down to 61 overnight as we head into Tuesday. That's a look at the next 5. Here's what's happening now. It's 67 degrees in downtown Alton. For time and temperature, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by just downloading that newly refreshed and updated RiverBender.com app in the Google Play Store or your App Store today. Hey, while I have you, got to get some business done. Is that okay? Can I do something real quick? I'm trying to do something here. Denise Sparks is the best, okay? And there's just no getting around it. I mean, listen, for 30 years, she's been the queen of junk. It says it right there. Your junk is their business. And you know, for the next 30, Denise Sparks is going to be the queen of junk. She's going to be the queen of trash. And you know what I think's great, too? I mean, listen, the weather's starting to warm up. You've had that hot tub that's been broken down in your backyard since the first George Bush was president. You've had that Bowflex that you were wanting for Christmas so bad you finally got it. You used it for about 35 seconds, and then you said you were going to come back to it. Well, that was 25 years ago, and it's time to call Denise Sparks and get that out of your basement. You know, that junk is cluttering up, and that's why Sparks Junk Removal is here for you. 618-781-1407. That's 618-781-1407. You can also go to sparksjunkremoval.net, and you can see their full list of services. But listen, when it comes to their trash pickup, listen, there is a reason their purple and yellow trash cans are multiplying and mating like bunny rabbits. I mean, you look around, they're everywhere. It's incredible to see. It's because Sparks truly cares about her clients. She truly cares about her customers, and she truly cares about her area and her employees. Everybody's happy, and what I think's great about it too is it's just that old school way of doing business, you know, where you can pick up that phone. You aren't getting a phone tree and waiting to dial 45 and you got to hit star and what's pound, what's the pound symbol. I mean, if my generation starts getting asked those questions, we got to Google, so it gets a little hard. You just call 618-781-1407. You talk to the queen herself, the queen of junk, and I'm telling you what, you won't go back. Don't forget to tell her that you know who sent you over her way. That's sparksjunkremoval.net, and reclaim your space today. Alrighty, quick break. Sydney Sinks and Blog Talk in that order.
Cardin Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Cardin Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop at their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting, and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, Venus, blow your mind. Was it everything you wanted to find? And then you missed me while you were looking for yourself out there.
Ah! Mike scared you yesterday. I scared Nancy today.
Nice. Mike scared me again walking by today. So I'm just an easily scareable person, I think. And now everyone's taking advantage of that. So that's unfortunate.
So you have been, I'm losing my voice. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. This weather is not
kind of
helping.
scaring me. I got another show to do tonight.
I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you bounce back.
Hello, welcome.
Whatever it takes just to get it out there. Yeah.
Actually, you know what I should do?
What?
It is at Max tonight for the AP Cigar After
That'll be
Hours.
fun.
What if I just find a patron to take over?
That could
like
be
just
fun.
a random individual. Don't even know who they are, and that's the rule. I can't know them.
That could be a good time. And you just kind of guide everything from the background. No, you just let it roll.
I'm just saying, cruise control, son. Here you go.
Nice. You smoke a cigar while that happens. That'd be fun.
That would be hilarious. Oh, man.
CJ in the background smoking a cigar and everybody else just talking through the show. Yeah, I love that for you.
And that, kids, is how I got fired. You know? So you've had a busy past weekend.
I have been busy,
Well, you've been busy this kind of past month. It's been you've been traveling.
Yes.
You've been working.
Well, yeah, as well as holding down a job. So, yes, it's been busy. No, it's been a busy couple of weeks, but I am officially mostly moved in now.
How was that process? See, now you say that.
Yeah.
And I just don't buy it.
What does that mean?
And I'm not trying to accuse you.
Yeah.
I guess I have a very interrogatory. Is that
It sounds good.
It sounded pretty close.
You got it pretty well there, yeah.
I like the word. Well, I have a very stern way of asking questions.
Let's hear it.
But I just don't think that this is true. You were telling us a week ago. I know. I'm not trying to accuse you here, and not even breaking the ice. But I mean, last week you said you had a lot of stuff. You had trinkets.
That's
you had
true. Lots
knickknacks.
of trinkets.
You have clothes.
Lots of clothes.
So what defines almost moved in?
Okay, so we have all of the furniture in, except for the couch, waiting for the couch still. So that'll be nice once we get a couch.
Did you get a new one?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
That'll be nice
Gotcha,
once that's
yeah,
handled.
yeah.
But then, so all of that's moved in. I do have a lot of clothes that are still left behind, and other trinkets, and a lot of books and things like that are still.
Am I making you get in your head now? Am I getting in your head a little?
I know. I'm thinking through my head right now of all of the things I still need to bring. I'm like, oh God,
Oh,
no.
I love it. Good.
I'm not mostly
Good.
moved in. I have at least enough to be spending the night there, and like living there technically, but there's a lot of things in miscellaneous boxes that are still left behind.
That's what I was asking. I mean, that's truly what I was getting at here, because I was like, I know that you were like the necessities are there.
Right, exactly.
And that's what needs to be, because I think a lot of times when we move, and it doesn't matter if it's like moving in with somebody or you're just moving in general, you think unless you're forced to move quick, which is always never fun.
Yeah.
But if you have the chance, like you're moving out or you're,
whatever,
getting your first apartment, whatever, you know, you can take steps to get there. You know, you aren't forced to rush, hopefully, in most situations.
Yeah, luckily. So I mentioned this in the blog, but I also went to Decatur this weekend, which
we're
is a whole
getting
other
to that.
thing.
Yeah,
but anyway, my point being, in the past, the times I've moved before, I was moving to Decatur. So it was like this 2-hour drive, and really you only had one day to get everything there. And so this time it's kind of nice because I can move in like increments.
Yeah,
it's not that far away from my parents' house. So
How far is it from your parents' house?
Like 35 minutes.
Really?
So, yeah.
See, I thought it would have been longer.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
That's
so.
interesting to me.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a drive, but it could be worse.
Oh, because of the highway. That makes sense. Okay.
Thank you, highway.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Shout out to the highway and IDOT. But anyway.
You have to walk through the woods.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it is country out there in Brighton, but maybe not that country. But anyway, so yeah, we definitely are moving in increments here, which is good, but that does mean that I still have a lot to get and to bring and to settle in. So that's my plan this weekend, is to get a lot of extra things done.
I got to ask you,
Yeah,
did you plan moving on the same weekend as this concert, or is it just a happen thing?
So I got the concert tickets like months ago, and the concert takes place at the Decatur Amphitheater. I'm like, oh, fun. I'll go to Decatur and check it out.
I didn't know they had an amphitheater.
I didn't either. I lived there for 4 years, and I had no idea they had an amphitheater.
Is it nice?
It's nice. Yeah, it was a nice situation. Shout out to Decatur. But yeah, who knew? But yeah, so I bought these concerts.
Soybean capital of the world.
It is. And in fact, I don't know if you know this, but when it rains, it smells like soybeans. So that's fun.
Is that on like a billboard somewhere? Like, come for the...
No, that's just something I discovered during my time there.
Come for the rain and smell our soybeans? I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it definitely is it's a strong scent, but shout out to Decatur.
Oh man, that's a nice amphitheater.
It's really fancy. I was
getting ready to start talking some smack on this.
Yeah, no, it's shout out.
Is it the Decatur Lakeshore Amphitheater?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. It has a nice little view going on of the lake too, so that was nice. So, and it was like a chilly early summer night, so it was very pretty. But
the Fray would have been a fun show.
Yeah, I mean, I know a couple of songs by the Fray, and so and the tickets were cheap, and I was like, let's go, that'll be fun. And then it turns out that my lease was signed, and they said you're gonna move in on this Friday, and I said great. However, that's gonna be a busy weekend, and it was. So
I could only imagine. Man, they've had some great acts over here at this.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been pretty incredible. I mean, they've had some really fun ones, like Smash Mouth and Fastball were there, and, they've had, like, the Beach Boys, and, some really good ones.
Yeah, pretty cool. And the Fray was great. They put on a really good show, and their singer came out into the lawn.
They had REO Speedwagon there.
Oh, you would like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, so, no, it was a pretty good show all around, and it was fun and pretty out on the lake, and then I had to drive 2 hours back home and start packing. So it was wild.
Well, okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, at any point in time, did you go, how am I going to pull this off?
Yeah,
okay.
So it was, so I got the keys
at least
on
you're being
Friday.
honest, yeah.
No, let's be honest. So I got the keys on Friday. I got to the apartment at like 6:30 after work and was like, okay, time to...
Do you still have to sign stuff that day?
No, so I
signed it was all
everything.
So you just had to get the keys.
I just had to get the keys, so that was
That's
good.
good.
That was a plus. Got to the apartment, started cleaning, started moving a couple of basic things in, and then the next morning, leave the apartment around like 10 or 10:30 that night. And the next morning, get up at like, whatever time, 8, drive to Decatur, have a day in Decatur, and then go home. And from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturday night, I packed and was like, time to get most of my stuff taken care of. And that's what I did. And It was exhausting. And so come Sunday, I was definitely a little out of it, but we got most of it moved in, so that's good.
Wow. That's incredible. Okay, so let's get into this. You felt nostalgic.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice.
No,
I'm
okay.
thinking I'm having like some type of TIA. I'm forgetting how to talk here. To navigate the back roads, a route.
I say route, but I'm not going to judge you. This is a safe space.
I don't know if I felt safe when you said that.
I'm sorry.
That made me feel less safe.
My eyes
actually
were threatening.
Yeah, no, it was like
Yeah.
It was kind of like, all right, I have to say I want you to feel safe, but I feel like the moment I hit a break, you're gonna just not
tear into you. Yeah,
not good.
Well, you know me, I am very aggressive.
She is. It's a nightmare at lunch. But felt nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
Navigating the back roads, a route. We are. I don't know. It's like GIF or GIF.
Yeah. There is a right one on that one.
For what?
For GIF.
No. I don't think so. I don't think so. I always say GIF. Don't get me wrong. I don't give a GIF. I've always said it, you know. You got to give one to GIF one. But it's just a lot of puns there. That was pretty good. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, I would give somebody, especially in the older generations, not our parents' category, but like the grandfathers of the world, a lot of leeway for saying GIF.
Okay, that's bold of you to assume that my grandparents know what a GIF is.
Oh, mine do. I think my grandpa would. If he texts on the phone sometimes, I think if I told him what it was, he'd be like, yeah.
That's fair. Okay, you got me there.
I was never on the debate team.
That's fair. You did
I should have
well.
been.
You should have
been.
You should have been.
So you were able to navigate this. Did you navigate the road all the way back to Milliken, or did you?
Oh yeah. So I just
no GPS needed.
No, look at me go.
Wow.
Well, and again, I drove it for 4 years, so you would think I should probably know how to
every
do
day.
It. Not every day.
Oh.
But no, every couple of weeks. But no. So that's pretty good. But yeah, it was very nostalgic to be back on campus, and we walked around campus a little bit, and it was just very weird to be back and see all these things. And like I said, I was 17 when I first stepped foot on that campus, and then 22 when I graduated, and now I'm someone else completely and a new person, and doing this exciting new chapter of my life. And so it was very weird to be back there.
I bet. You know, and now you're sitting there looking around going, how's this? It's already been a couple of years. That's wild.
Right? Time flies. It's so strange.
You were able to hang out with some friends in Decatur?
Yeah, so I have a couple of friends that still live there or live nearby, and so we hung out, and they gave me moving tips that I immediately forgot. And
people try to tell people how to move all the time. It's always like a thing. It's like, well, make sure you pack this.
Right.
You can't. It's got to be a lived experience.
You gotta just
I truly believe
it.
so. Like, I don't care who you are. You are never going to take moving advice.
No, that's true. And I asked in my previous blog, I put it out there to the Riverbend. I said, hey, if you have any advice on how to do this, should I just accept it's going to be chaotic, or does anybody have any pointers? And the truth is, it didn't matter what anyone said. I just kind of lived through it and struggled through it and did my darn best. And so that's what we did.
Darned it best.
And yeah.
So you did joke and vibe all Saturday.
Joked and vibed. And then all of a sudden it was time for a concert, which was pretty cool.
So how was it? Was it a good show?
It was a really good show, yeah. Like I said, the main singer, whose name I don't know, sorry, the Fray, but the main singer came up into the lawn and ran around, and I saw another friend there who I hadn't seen in a while, which was nice.
We're like, oh, hey,
yeah, exactly.
Hey.
I was like, hey, I know you, and so that was fun. And it was actually a really good show. So yeah, big shout out to the Fray.
The Fray is like the summer sport. I told you that last week. It was like the summer sport playlist, like How to Save a Life was on repeat every 4 songs.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. And that's wild because that's not like a summary song, but
it's not.
It's kind of a bummer, to be honest with you, but it's a good song, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of depressing, so what are you gonna do?
So you went back home that night?
Yeah, so drove back.
Very proud
home.
of you.
Thank you.
Because I would have been drinking at a concert.
Yeah, no, I stayed sober that day.
Wow.
I was like, I got things to do.
This is incredible.
Maybe on another concert day I would have had a drink, but I was like, I got things to do this weekend. I can't afford to slack, so we gotta get through.
I'm highly impressed.
Thank you.
Because I would have totally, I mean, that's like, I feel like you have to have a beer.
Well, I tried for the
Honestly,
last couple of days. No, I mean, it might have been easier to move if I had been drinking. But
it always
is. For
for
the last couple of days, I've been like, no, I'm just gonna like not drink any wine or anything. Just gonna like continue and move and focus on this. And then last night I was like, we are moved for the most part. It's time for a glass of barefoot. So I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Brought out the old bear.
Very classy. I am very classy.
Oh man, it's not bad.
It's not
and
bad.
It's not the fact that it's not the fact that it's cheap wine. Like, I don't care about that. You can get through it. The only problem that I have with barefoot is the vicious effing hangover that you have the next day if you drink the bottle or two.
That'll do it to you. Like a full bottle will do it to you.
It's just sugar. You know, it's the sugar in it that just gets you. And it is one of the worst hangovers ever.
No, that's very true. Like, cocktails in general. Love me a cocktail. But, like, just very sugary, and that will get me every time.
Well,
so
like,
I'm with you.
wine hangovers are never fun.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, a barefoot wine hangover is like hell on earth. There is nothing worse.
You're not wrong.
No.
You're not wrong. Luckily, I'm not hanging today. I'm doing okay, but I definitely, my one glass, I was like, okay, this is doing what I needed it to do, and we can
One
move on.
glass?
I'm very lightweight when it comes to drinking. I'm just not very strong. I don't have muscles when it comes to drinking, or in general, to be honest with you.
That's probably I probably shouldn't be bullying you to drink more.
True, on the air even. Wow. That's rough.
One day, I'm going to be like, when I die, it's the trial of CJ Nacelle, depending if I can go up, if I can go to heaven or hell, and it's just going to be all this show replayed.
Yeah, it's the greatest hits of this show.
Not making it. 10:22, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Daily Show right after this on Roku and Riverbender.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nacelle on RiverBender.com.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
I will always love this song now.
It's a good song.
No, it always will be my favorite song from now on. I didn't realize how funny I am.
Shout out to CJ. Really quick.
So I gotta show. This woman is just great. How can you get this woman? If you're just tuning in, we were during the break talking. This woman got arrested for attacking a child who called her Miss Piggy on a flight back from Disney.
That's rough. That's rough. That's a tough one.
Well, it didn't help when she came on the plane. She went, Kermit. She said, hell no. That's hilarious. Oh my God. I wonder how much she got charged with. This is great. I mean, now would you ever, I mean, you can't be.
Are you about to ask me would I ever attack a child?
What would you do though if someone called you Miss You know what I think? Yeah, you were hitting it. I think that she's been called Miss Piggy before.
I think she was going through something. I think it would have been a rough time at Disneyland and overwhelming. And
well, this woman was getting brutal. This is more to the story. Apparently, it turns out Disney World's not the happiest place on earth.
Oh, no.
At least for one woman. Her name's Christy Crampton.
Oh, okay.
Keeping up with the Cramptons.
Alliterative,
yeah.
Yes.
Well, the child called her fat, reportedly, and Miss Piggy, and she had enough and reportedly hit the child. And the altercation started with a child with whom Crampton had traveled to Disney World with, had told her she wouldn't fit the airplane seat. That's how the conversation started. It began, well, she had enough of it, and not very good of a reaction, but rather than the plane's incident wasn't the start of Crampton's feud with the child. Crampton told the police the kid was rather rude and disrespectful when they were at Disney World. So this was brewing.
Wow. So this was not a random child.
Well, number one, because I read that, I'm like, now who the hell would let somebody go off on their child on an airplane?
Yeah.
Like, number one, where's the other parent at? But now knowing that, I mean, who lets their kid just get away with calling a Miss Piggy for 3 days?
That's true. Maybe it could have started.
Do you know what happened in my house if I would have said that? Like, in any way, shape, or form?
It didn't need to escalate the way it did.
I saw the headline, and what a headline.
That's wild.
Oh, man, not as wild as going to Decatur and moving in 12 hours. That's a little nuts. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, I'm a little worried for your mental health.
Yeah, it was a bit much. I'm ready to relax this weekend, I'll be honest with you. But there's more to move, so, you know.
Well, and I feel bad for making you feel bad and in your head about moving, but I just like...
You called me out.
I did. I just felt like, you know, I feel like we got to be realistic, too.
No, that's fair. You called me out.
So what's set up in the house? I feel like that's a good...
Okay. Yeah, I can do this. So I built a TV stand yesterday, so be proud of me for that.
IKEA, Walmart, or Amazon?
Amazon. So be proud of me for that. I did it. I didn't even have to, like, you know, when you're like building something and halfway through you're like, oh, I got to unscrew half of it and try over.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to do that. It was all in one shot. So I'm very proud of that. I also built a dresser. And so,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be proud of me for that. And I enlisted other people to help with everything else. So we got where we needed to be. But definitely big shout out to my family who contributed a lot this past weekend to
That's cool.
me moved.
I am one of the people that will literally throw the damn thing if it's not working. No, I've done it multiple times.
Yeah.
I've had to go buy it back and buy new because
rough.
I get so mad about putting, like, I do not do it. I just don't. I had a mental health, I mean, literally a mental health crisis putting a futon together one time. I literally crashed out.
There comes, I'm sorry about that. There comes a point,
Thank you for your
where it definitely is like a little overwhelming. I was helping build a nightstand over the weekend, and there just came a point where
those nightstands though were tricky because I got one of those from Target. You think, oh, an easy thing. It has 3
small,
pieces of wood, and I even had the one that didn't have the wooden drawer. I just
Nice.
thought, well, that way it's just you just putting a handle on one of those things was the worst experience of my life in the last 3 months.
But truly. And why is the handle the hard part? That should be the easiest part.
Why isn't that just already on there?
Yeah, first
what
of all.
space are you saving?
First of all. Second of all, that should be the easiest part. It's the smallest piece, and it should be so easy to just screw that on. But that's the part that really almost sent me into tears. But I didn't cry. I managed, so be proud of me.
What's your makeshift couch?
My makeshift couch right now is a bunch of blankets thrown on the floor that kind of just are vibing there, and that's where I cuddle up and play on my phone after work. So that's been good.
When are you getting a couch?
Saturday.
Okay, so you already have the date.
The day is decided. It is coming sometime on Saturday.
The delivery.
The delivery.
Okay.
So fingers crossed it makes it inside.
I don't know why I just started stuttering it, but the delivery is on Saturday.
Yes.
So you already ordered it?
Yes, already ordered.
Okay. Because that was one of my first mistakes, too, when I started buying furniture. I just assumed that you could just take the darn thing from them that day.
Well, it would have been easier, definitely, to just get the show couch, to be honest with you. But no, I bought it, and it's coming, and so I'm hoping it gets there on time and isn't broken, because that would suck.
Nah, where'd you get it from?
Ashley.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, it'll be chill. But
yeah, did you get the warranty?
Yes.
You're a warranty getter, okay.
I got pressured into it. I don't know. Are you a warranty getter or not so much?
It depends. I mean, it depends. If it's one of those things where if it's very easily replaceable, I'm not getting a warranty.
That's very true.
Like the TVs at Walmart or Best Buy, like when TVs used to be expensive, totally would get a warranty. Now you can get TVs so cheap.
That's very true.
You know, why am I spending another $40?
Well, it's expensive. Yeah, the warranty was like $300. It was wild. And I was like, well, if this was any other piece of furniture, I'd probably be like, we don't need that. But because it was, you know, the couch, which is kind of the main point.
The focal point. Yeah, for sure.
Big moment in the living room. I was like, well, I guess I'll sign up for it. Kind of got pressured into it. That's always what happens when you buy anything is they're like, are you sure? And you start second guessing and it's a whole thing. And so I signed the line.
Yeah, well, you did. And now you're living it up.
Living it up, yeah.
It's really exciting for you. I'm excited to hear how your continuous move over the next couple of weeks
It will continue.
progresses.
It will continue, yes.
Sydney, as always, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with more of our daily show right after this. A little bit longer break because, well, I got to pay some bills.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
no matter the season. Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Welcome back. 10:38, a little bit of change on this Thursday. I keep forgetting. It's so wild that Thursday's already here. May's flying by, Jason. And we aren't talking about pile drivers or getting hit in the head with a steel chair today, but, it's this MindsEye I've been following since your journey began, and it's so cool to see how this has grown. And this BeepBall World Series and this BeepBall in general is such a wonderful and such a cool thing, and it's so great to have you here to talk about this.
No, I'm glad you had me in. I said we could go throwback and talk about a little pro wrestling. But we actually audio describe some pro wrestling stuff too for MindsEye, so it's not too far fetched. We got a bunch of pro wrestling guys on the team. It's funny because one of our guys uses a whole. We're probably going way, but they use the whole Jacob Fatu thing. I don't know where he gets it from. It's like no gas, all gas, no brakes. I'm like, I know where that comes from.
Well, man, before we go into the BeepBall World Series, take me through MindsEye Radio, and for the folks in our coverage area that aren't too familiar with it, just an overview of what you guys are all about.
So what we do at MindsEye, we translate vision to audio and to build a more inclusive community for those in the blind or vision impaired community. We do it through 3 programs. A lot of people who've been in this area for quite some time probably remember that MindsEye is a radio reading service. That's what we started out as in 1973. We read newspapers, magazines, books. So you think about any printed material that someone would need to access. Even if you think about grocery store ads, we read Schnucks ads, Walgreens, and even now one of the latest evolutions of our broadcast program is actually bringing podcasts who are done by blind, visually impaired podcasters. And then you kind of get the other programs that we've added now with audio description and also adaptive athletics.
That's really cool. And with the bringing in the podcasting and everything else, I know I was just on Brian's show and really just had a good time with that. But bringing all these nuances to this is really just such a cool thing because, you're talking about, reading grocery, store ads and doing things that, you and I would never think twice about, having any issue with. And it's just interesting and really cool to know about organizations like this that are, have been there and have been that tool to utilize.
Yeah, you can, like you said, just even the grocery store ads, we take it for granted. Like you or I, we are excited. So when I go to a store, I do no prep work. Like that's why I don't get to go that often. Right. My wife is like, Jason probably shouldn't go to the grocery store. But like I'm in there, I can see that if I go to Schnucks, I can see the yellow stickers or whatever. But like if someone who's going and trying to make the best decisions to save money as a shopper and they're blind or low vision, it's hard to navigate those through a store in real time. So to give them that information ahead of time so they can make those decisions is important. When we talk about the podcast done by people who are blind or visually impaired, there's a gentleman who has a podcast on our network, Langford Cunningham. He hosts Blind City. And one of the things he told me was a very powerful quote, like when we talk about like people listening. And he was, blind people are always asked to listen, but when do we ever get a chance to speak? And I remember him saying, and that's kind of what started that journey about podcasting and making sure we have a show where a guy talks about grilling, who's a blind griller. Langford, of course, that I just mentioned, talks about just different issues in the city of St. Louis and the areas throughout. And also we have blind athletes who do sports podcasts talking about adaptive sports, but also their take on some pro sports as well. So it's just cool to have that voice linked to the blind community on the broadcast side.
And how can we find the MindsEye broadcasts in the network?
So when I first started there, I would have to tell you one way. It used to be where we would send to each individual listener a small radio box. It had one knob and it had MindsEye Radio on there. That's how you would access. That changed. I've been there now 12 years. It changed about year 3 where we start now, hey, you go on the website. Now, if you have, so turn off your Amazon devices. I'm going to say, play Alexa, play MindsEye, and MindsEye will pop up. You can get all the programs on demand. So not only can you do it to listen to we're air programs 24/7, all those programs are read by volunteers, but you can get it on the app. And we also have a MindsEye app now too. So if you have an Android or iPhone, there's a MindsEye Radio app that you can also access where you can listen to the live stream or you can listen to on-demand programs each day.
Really cool. And now as we go into adaptive sports and this BeepBall World Series, take me through MindsEye's involvement and participation when it comes to this.
That journey changed quite a bit too.
Okay.
So when I first started at MindsEye, I think we talked earlier, we kind of hinted, you know me from a different world.
Yeah.
When I first started at MindsEye, I also was at 101 ESPN. Mm-hmm. I'm a big sports guy. I'm always loved sports, no matter if it's pro wrestling. I know some people are like, that's not a sport, but it is.
It is.
It's real to us, so we're going to keep it that way.
So, it was real to my back, too.
You talk about MMA, you talk about baseball, football, I watch it all. So when I got to MindsEye, I said, hey, every year, once a year, we do this ultimate BeepBall tournament. We do it. It's a way to raise awareness about what we do at the radio side, because it was the only program at that time. And it's played, the pitchers on the batting team, they are trying to actually get the players to make contact. You're not trying to strike out the batter. That's not the object of the game. So the pitcher's basically trying to make contact with that batter. Then they have to run to a base that's a tall tackling dummy, makes a noise. The ball is called BeepBall because the ball actually beeps. Mm-hmm. And I was just fascinated by all the aspects of this sport, because with baseball, some of the things we also talk about, when you just think about the things you're talking about when you're playing Little League baseball. Hey, see the ball, hit the ball, look the ball into your glove. All these things that are so visual. And here's a sport, America's pastime, that's played without the use of vision at a very high level. At this time, I knew it as a couple teams from the community, a couple corporations getting out there, learning more about people with vision loss, but not really, it wasn't at a high level then. It was, okay, like one run is being scored in the game. Mm-hmm. And then we got asked about, hey, can you do some of these demonstrations at offices or maybe schools? And 2019, I was asked by a gentleman who said, hey, MindsEye does BeepBall. There's a BeepBall World Series that takes place where you have all these teams come from all over the place. Why don't you do it? At first I said no. CJ, I was like, I don't know if we should do that. Then I got talked to and I said, hey, like maybe we'll just go to the World Series. That's all we'll do. And fast forward now, we're in our second year of hosting the World Series. And as I talk to you, I'm getting ready to go to Indianapolis for our team, the Gateway Archers, to play in a regional tournament this weekend.
Well, and the thing is, I had no knowledge of BeepBall before I started seeing your posts on Facebook, and the more I saw it, I mean, you hit it right on the head. I mean, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen, to be able to play a sport that you have to be so visual. And it's not, I mean, there's some things that you can, some athletes, like when I was playing soccer, hell, I didn't need to see where I was going half the time because you visualize and you just kind of know when it's second nature. But when you got a ball traveling at you and you have a stick to use to get it to where you need to go, Heck, we all know people that can see 20/20 and they can't hit a ball to save their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen that too. So like,
this is so cool.
Yeah, and that's what I say. It's and that's also, look at it from an aspect of it's a sport where you need a lot of communication because a lot of parts have to work, even if you have the pitcher sighted. So hitting the ball is based more on communication than is the beeping ball. But when the ball was put in play, the defenders who are trying to retrieve that ball and get it before the runner hits that base. If they get it before the runner hits the base, it's an out.
Okay.
If they get to base first, it's a run scored. And the bases are random, so you don't know if you're running to first or third.
Gotcha.
So you also got to use your ears to say, okay, am I going first or third? But even on the defensive side, you have two people there in the background that are spotters. And they're calling out as a zone. So they know, the teams know their zones. Like they call zone 6, that's typically right up the middle of the field. So the defenders start collapsing in. And with the biggest problem, I'm used to it now, but the biggest amazement for me when we first started doing it at this level, the national level, was I'm like, how? Okay, I know they call it the 6. How are these guys not running into each other? They're
right.
They're perfectly zippering up where they're not. They're collapsing behind each other. I'm like, this is amazing, and it's just. It's just so many fascinating sports of just the physical nature, but also the mental nature and kind of just, the professionalism of knowing how to play, knowing where your teammates are at, knowing where the zones are not going to be at. It's just absolutely fascinating once you're involved.
It's such a cool thing. And for, people that are, maybe younger that are, visually impaired or blind, to know that you aren't going to be able to miss out on things like, baseball and different opportunities because of things like that. It's such a cool thing. And now, if you're just tuning in, the World Series is going to be July 20th through the 26th. It's the 2025 National Beep Baseball Association World Series. And now, this is going to be in 2 spots around the Metro East.
Yeah, so last year we hosted in 24. We hosted it at Slyman Soccer Complex in St. Charles. We've made a change this year. So this year we'll be on the Illinois side. We'll be right down from where we're at now here in Alton. We'll be at Glen-Ed West, which is on the campus of SIUE, not too far from the softball stadium, Cordy Stadium. You're familiar with that area. And then we'll also have a second location, which will be Reiniger Memorial Soccer Complex in Caseyville, Illinois. So those will have games going. The games will start on Tuesday, the 22nd. There's some festivities starting that Monday night, but Tuesday through Saturday games are going all day consistently. So it's a lot of things that when you're hosting a BeepBall World Series, of course, there's things about on-field play, but also part of the sport too is the camaraderie of the players.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the network. Part of it is also some logistics you don't think about, like in the World Series. People bring their guide dogs. The guide dogs had to go somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
games.
yeah.
So doggy daycare.
That's cool as hell. That is so cool.
So you got to have, just those things are part of logistics that people don't think about when they're hosting sporting events. So it's a pretty big deal and also needs a lot of support. And I know volunteers are crucial to making this event go off without a hitch.
100%. And now, are there still sponsorship opportunities for this event too?
Yes, there's sponsorship opportunities. Like if someone wants to support the doggy daycare,
mm-hmm.
there's an opportunity for that. Also, one of the things we talk about is providing transportation to and from fields because the players are not able to get there from the hotel on their own. So making sure we have transportation, so there's sponsorships for that. Some of the cool things I talked about on Monday night, there is a cool clinic where we actually introduce kids from the area who maybe have not played beep baseball to the sport.
Wow.
So we started trying to build future athletes and getting them ready to participate in the World Series. Last year we had about 40 kids come out and participate. And I even recommend that to kids who are sighted. Just so, because so many of the volunteer positions for beep baseball when you're on a team need sighted volunteers. So, and I also think it's a good way to just, like you said, kind of get kids to understand that no matter what level you're at, no matter what ability, as long as things are made accessible, you can participate.
Yeah.
I have an 8-year-old son, and he helps out. He tries his best to guide players into the tent without running them into the tent. It's still a work in progress, but he's getting that knowledge and being around the community. And I just think that's a valuable source going down the line just for him and anybody of youth. So there's also ways to sponsor that activity as well.
It really is, and it's one of those too where like you said, the younger you can show support and volunteerism and stuff, it's really cool. I mean, these sponsorship levels are really affordable too. The field sponsors at $2,500 or the cool or wool sponsor. I was thinking of the Cools that I used to smoke. Kids of Our League is what Cool stands for. Women of Our League is Wool, and it's a $1,000 sponsor. The BeepBall sponsors $500, or you can sponsor that doggy daycare for $250. There's also program ads in there, and honestly, it's just one that it's an event that you want to support because of just how cool it is. I mean, this is really just something that I've wanted to talk about for a while.
And I think if people get a chance to come see it and come be a part of it, it's addictive. Like I said, and I'm one of those people who got addicted. I came out and I said, we're going to do one tournament, as I mentioned. And now we go to 5. Someone was talking to me for another team. They're like, because we have a team that we sponsor, the Gateway Archers. It's our local team here. The MindsEye also sponsors and rallies behind. And someone was like, you guys go to like 5 tournaments a year plus the World Series. I say, yeah, we kind of went all in, but like it's a joy of seeing those guys compete and, seeing also the other players. Because even though when we're competing against teams in the field, I'm such a fan of some of the players you see out there that have competed at a high level, do some amazing things in the field. Even if they're helping in games where they're beating us with these amazing plays, I'm like, after the game, I can appreciate it a little bit. During the game, I'm like, could you have not missed that ball or not hit the ball so far? But no, it's just kind of cool to be around the community too.
Well, and honestly, it's one that I think the public would be interested in just going and being a part of and supporting and cheering on too. Just to watch a game and see what it's like, because this is something that really is so cool and takes so much talent to do. I mean, this is not easy. Oh
no, definitely not. Like last year, we had so many people who came out not only to support, but people came out to volunteer. That's one of the things we need, about 91 volunteers per day. So they came out. Some people come out on that Tuesday and they're like, hey, I'm gonna be out here Tuesday at 8 a.m. And I see them Wednesday at 11, Thursday at 11. And, they keep coming throughout the week because they kind of just got the bug. They wanted to be around because there were jobs that were pretty easy to do, but they're important to do for the game to make sure that we run everything without a hitch for the players throughout that week.
100%. Now, what's the best way to get information on volunteer opportunities or how to just say, hey, I'm ready to help?
So same source. You can go there for volunteer opportunities, more information about the location to watch games, but also to sponsorships. It's going to be mindseyeradio.org/World Series.
Man, he has no notes too. That was impressive. I can't even. I have script books because I don't know how to remember my own name, Jason.
Yeah. When you do it for a little bit, everything starts coming to second nature a little bit.
Well, and for more information on MindsEye Radio as a whole, and really just some of the great work being done, and also how you can tune in, it's mindseyeradio.org. You can get that full list, or the Alexa, which is a great feature too, where you just say, "Hey Alexa, play MindsEye."
Yeah. And I think if you want to be a listener, but also one program we have not really touched about, and we see some cool things too, is audio description events. So we also audio describe sporting events. The Munis coming up. The Muni season will be every there Monday and Saturday. Cardinal games.
Oh, wow.
Even if you look on City SC, we audio describe every City SC home game. And there'll be a pretty cool feature on their website today or in the next couple of days about MindsEye, an event we did with them. So check all that out. Make sure you check the calendar. Get out. We want to make sure we talk about building a more inclusive community. It's not only through making sure people know what's going on in the community through the radio side or being out there in the baseball field or even going to an audio description event. Being a part of the community as a whole and just knowing what's going on, being able to be included in events that normally people would be included in is a special thing. Something that, like I said, we've taken for granted, but seeing people just to get those opportunities has been amazing for me in my 13 years at MindsEye.
Man, thank you so much for stopping by and filling us in on this. I've been really excited to talk about MindsEye as a whole, but also just BeepBall, because like you said, the talent and just how cool of a game it is, and really just one I hope you guys are a part of, whether or not you're volunteering or sponsoring this wonderful event, July the 20th through the 25th, 2 locations in Caseyville and in is it Edwardsville or Glen Carbon?
It's at Edwardsville and in the Edwardsville area, right on the SIU campus.
Glen-Ed, that Glen-Ed name always just throws me off. I'm like, man, what part of it? Hey, be a part of this, though, and tune in. You can also hear a previous conversation that I just had on MindsEye Radio with Brian. That was a pretty good one. We were over there having some fun at Max and all the other great programming and content there, too. MindsEyeRadio.org/World Series for more on that. We'll link everything in an article on RiverBender.com. Jason, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Next time we'll chat about some pro wrestling next time.
Absolutely. I'm ready for it. Hey, we'll take a quick break and we'll wrap up Thursday morning after this.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to
mask the pain, I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Mile in his shoes. Then you really might know what it's like to sing the blues. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like.
Boy, my boy. 10:59. Welcome back, Daily Show. Hitting you in the nose on a Thursday. Hey, while I have you, there's just for our final segment, our couple of three things segment. Just an update out of for our friends in Fairview Heights. 3 Fairview Heights police officers shot and injured during that confrontation on May the 17th. 2 of the officers continue to recover after treatment. One of the officers, Molly Munich, was shot in the face, while Arminio Ramundi was shot in the arm. Officer Andrew Ward shot in the chest, but thankfully a bullet-resistant vest prevented those serious injuries. The Fairview Heights Mayor and Police Chief did speak this week, providing an update on this situation. The two were both thankful for the enormous support that the police have received since the incident, not only from citizens, the community, but also nationwide. They are heroes of heroes, he said, the police chief, Steve Johnson, did. Johnson described the rapid sequence of events, noting the suspect fired 3 shots in just seconds while officers wrestled the gun from him. Officers restrained from using their firearms due to the risk of hitting other fellow officers, the chief quoted saying. The St. Clair County State's Attorney's Office did charge Thompson with 4 counts of attempted murder, 3 counts of aggravated battery, and 1 count of resisting arrest. State's Attorney James Gomerick emphasized the department's commitment to holding the suspect accountable. Here's what he had to say. We pray for the officers involved and their families, and we intend to do all in our power to ensure that this perpetrator is held accountable for his actions. That night, Fairview Heights Mayor Mark Kupski expressed gratitude for the community support and highlighted the unity within the police department. When one person is injured, when one person in the police department gets injured, he said, all get injured. He also acknowledged the role of officers' families and called on the public to keep the law enforcement in their thoughts and prayers. The police department has received numerous donations of food and treats from the community, and the mayor urged continued focus on the health and healing of the 5 officers and the entire police department staff. The incident currently remains under investigation by the Illinois State Police at the request of the Fairview Heights Police Department. You can donate by mailing donations to TTMF at P.O. Box 274, Bethalto, IL 62010. We're out of time today. I'll see you as we're wrapping up our week tomorrow on a Friday. Until then, have a good old day and try your best to stay out of jail.